Hello students, so I am here to start my explanation with the first chapter. The name of the chapter is Language of Chemistry. Okay, so how to write chemistry? Actually, we need some language to express the chemistry in easier way, because chemistry is all about chemical reactions. When you are going to explain any reaction, for example, if you have to explain that sodium when react with water forms sodium hydroxide and hydrogen, so it will be a long process to write the entire reaction. Sodium when reacts with water forms sodium hydroxide and release hydrogen. So it will be very difficult to explain chemical reaction in sentence form, in the form of English language. We need a particular language for chemistry so that it becomes easier for us to express all the chemical reactions. So that we are going to study in this chapter what will be the perfect language for chemistry. Okay, so first we should start with atoms. I know you are studying the definition of atom from 6th class onwards, but everyone should know the perfect definition of atom. So if I ask you what do you mean by atom, you can easily say atom is the smallest part of matter, or atom is the smallest part of an element. But what should be the perfect definition? Okay, atom is the smallest part of an element which may or may not exist independently but always participate in a chemical reaction. Now what do you mean by may or may not exist independently? Smallest part of element hai, that you know very well. But if you want to isolate that atom from the group of atoms, for example, it is a piece of iron. Okay, of course, if it is a piece of iron, it is made up of iron atoms. So all these closely packed atoms are of iron. Okay, so what do you mean by independent existence? If you want to remove one atom from this group of atom, and on isolating this atom, if you isolate it from others, or if you remove it from the group of atoms, and if this atom can able to exist independently, then it will be independent existence. But in many cases that atom fails to exist independently. Okay, so that is the reason it may or may not exist independently but always participate in a chemical reaction. Whenever you have to show reaction of iron, you always write Fe, which represent one atom of iron. So each and every atom of iron will be participating in the chemical reaction of iron. Okay, so smallest part of an element may or may not exist independently but always participate in a chemical reaction. Now coming to molecule. What do you mean by a molecule? When atoms are incapable of existing independently, then of course they get united. Two or more atoms combine to form molecule which shows independent existence and will always participate in a chemical reaction. So what do you mean by a molecule? Atoms may not exist independently, but if they are unstable in their independent existence, then two or more atoms may combine to form a molecule, and once the molecule is formed, that will be always showing the independent existence. Okay, मैं बार बार जो समझा रही हूँ कि एटम ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो इंडिपेंडेंटली एग्जिस्ट करे या ना करे. अगर वो इंडिपेंडेंटली एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है देन इट्स वेरी गुड. अगर इंडिपेंडेंटली एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर पाता है, इन दैट कंडीशन two or more atoms they combine to become stable and to show the independent existence. और जैसे ही दो या दो से ज़्यादा एटम कंबाइन होकर इंडिपेंडेंट एग्जिस्टेंस बनाते हैं, now they will be considered as a molecule. So molecule, of course, again it is the smallest unit, but always exist independently and participate in the chemical reaction. So generally when we are talking about molecule may be of an element or molecule may be of a compound. Okay, so वो आपके ऊपर है उसको easily find out करना whether it is molecule of an element if both the atoms, for example how you write molecule of hydrogen, H2. H2 means both the atoms are of same atoms, that is hydrogen. So it is a molecule because more than one atoms are there, but it is a molecule of an element because both the atoms are of same element, hydrogen. But if you write H2O, H2O is molecule of a compound, because clearly you can see that two atoms are present and these two atoms are of different elements. So H2O represent molecule of a compound because both the atoms are of different element, but here both the atoms are of same element, so it was molecule of an element. Now coming to next, symbol. What do you mean by symbol? Symbol is nothing, it is the shortest representation for one atom of an element, because it will be very difficult to write the name of element again and again. So it is easier for us to use the symbol which may be the shortest representation of an element, and with the help of symbol we can write the formula of a compound, and with the formula and the symbol we can easily express the chemical reaction in the form of chemical equation. That is what the language of chemistry means. Okay, so shortest representation for one atom of an element is called as symbol. Now coming to next topic, which is valency. If someone asks you what is valency, very simple definition you always give, that is valency is the combining capacity. But I ask every student not to use this definition at all. Give the proper definition of valency. Valency is actually the number of electrons lost, gain or shared by an atom in order to become stable. You have studied representative elements. Every time in class 8th also you may have studied the first 20 elements. Up to calcium you may have studied. One table was given to you representing the symbols and valencies. So every time whenever you are explaining the atom and atomic structure, every time you are going through the term valency, and valency is explained or expressed to explain the stability of an atom. Okay, so if an atom is having 8 electrons and or 2 electrons, if it is having only one shell, then it is said to be stable. But if it is having 1 to 7 electron in its valence shell, it is said to be unstable. So in that condition, when the atom is having 1 to 7 electrons in its valence shell, it will always try to participate in the chemical reaction to become stable. Okay, so if that atom is having 1, 2 or 3 electrons in its valence shell, it will lose 1, 2 or 3 electrons